Right. You know, when you see these videos, you know we're about to get into some deep shit and we're not fucking around. We're staying on business. Right. I know it's been a few minutes before I've been on the old channel, but I'm back now. So it's good to see you all, guys. Let's fucking put some work in. Right. This video is going to be very short. I'm not going to get into too deep of this subject itself. It's just something I wanted to talk on personally, and a few people have talked to me about itself. So I've been reading this book quite recently, which I've read a few times. I've got an old audio book on it itself. It's Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Anyone that's read the book, listened to the book, can actually see how powerful the book is itself. And it basically talks about how basically it's a conversation between the writer, which is Napoleon Hill, and supposedly the devil. Now, in this conversation itself, the devil sort of discloses his ways, his tricks. He's able to manipulate men's mind or women's mind and get them to become what he calls drifters. Now, these drifters are your parents, yourself, your friends, anybody who gives into the persuasion of the devil, supposedly. And it's very easy for you to be eluded and manipulated by him without you even realizing it's the case. So what I'm going to do is just go through a few things that I've discovered from that book itself, which I've seen in my life and other people's lives, etc., and how the devil basically gets in there and fucks your shit up. You feel me? So I'm going to go over a few things. As always, I like people to try and interact with these videos. So like, comment, and subscribe. On your comments, I want you to put down a few things that you find that the devil might be putting in your way to get you to drift and become a drifter as well. We've all got to be non-drifters as well, which is basically someone who doesn't drift. Right, so the tricks of the devil, how he infiltrates our life. So the first things first is drugs, okay? Now, a lot of people I know have had history of drugs or still on drugs and fighting the losing battle of being on drugs. So the devil himself, Satan, whichever you want to call it, puts things in our way, is a way of almost dumbing us down and keeping us controllable. And drugs is the main thing, one of the main tools he uses to do so. Now, a lot of people get caught on drugs, chasing the dragon, etc. It's not good. I've smoked ganja. I've been there. I've done it. Do you know what I mean? You've got to break from the grip that drugs have, because it's so nice to numb the world. Where you get older, you have all these responsibilities and all these things on your shoulders. And when you're like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, it's very easy to turn to drugs to deal with all the pressures of, how do I put this, progressing into a person or an adult, etc. So you've got to basically, in them ages, you've got to basically switch the fuck on and not allow that manipulation and weakness to control you. So that's the first thing, drugs. The second is having no purpose or having no direction. So a lot of people you probably see this in your own lives, you know, like you're sitting down, chilling, and the infamous word comes into your head, I'll do it, or the infamous saying that comes into your head, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow. So the devil has a way of winding this saying into your brain to make you procrastinate and make you directionless, or I can barely speak, directionless. So basically, you sit there and do fuck all and become unsuccessful and become poor, and then he traps you in the fear loop, etc. So you've got to have a sense of direction. There's a guy I've been listening to quite recently. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Apologies, it's the end of the day. And he adopts this philosophy of just do it now. Now, I find where I've been adopting this philosophy into my life for the past, I'd say 8 to 9 days, it's completely transformed my work ethic and the way that I look at doing tasks, etc. It's almost, what it does, it almost eradicates procrastination, which can also cancel out the Satan's or the devil, however you want to call him, his ability to numb you and keep you directionless. The next one we talk about, I would say this is probably on par with the drugs. Yeah, definitely, because I've battled. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I've battled with this one fucking heavy. I battle with this every single fucking day. I can't even joke. Right, it's lust. All right, That as a man, it's lust for women. Don't get me wrong, I love the gal. I love the gal them, you feel me? I love the girls, you know what I mean? Women, they're absolutely beautiful. They're amazing. They're amazing to be around. The whole feminine essence, all of that. But there gets to a point, a very, very thin threshold when a lot of men make women their be all end all, and they get into the art. I call it an art of chasing women. Now, you've probably heard all like successful entrepreneurs and just successful people in general who always say that never chase women because they begin to attract you once you get into higher echelons of life. And I'm a big believer of that. And you've got to have your fucking head switched on because there are some sweet, beautiful women out there, and they're motherfuckers. They sway you off your path, so you got to be focused. You got to have discipline in regards to that. So stay away from chasing women because it drains your vital energy. Like, especially as a man, you have that vital source power, I call it, that charges the fucking body, you know, and you only have so much as power, especially when you're younger as well. You have unlimited, but as you get older and older and older, like mid-20s, you can see a huge change from when you was 18. And this vital energy that you get given, the source power, you've got to use it very intelligently, and putting it into a lot of women, especially if there's no return on investment, is a waste of your time. It's draining of your vital energy. So you have to be very particular in that and have self-control and self-discipline and know when to navigate. Okay, I need to step back from these women here because they're fucking my shit up. As well as that, one thing I want to say as well, which lust has a way of, or the devil has a way of getting into your brain, is fucking social media. I'm all for social media, content creation, making money, online personal branding, absolutely all of it. But what I don't like is fucking doom scrolling. Doom scrolling, and when you see bitches shaking their asses, it's crazy. Don't get me wrong, I like it, yeah. You know, you see an ass shaking, you think, wow, amazing, good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. But you can't feed into that because one minute you're looking at someone shake their ass, next minute you're looking at some crazy shit, and then you're doing some stupid shit. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So you can't give into it. You have to have discipline. Self-fucking discipline. Alright? Next one. Let me scroll down. Is environment. So drifters, as I said, are people that allow the skills and the manipulation of the devil to overcome them and succumb them, should we say. So one of the main things and the main ways he manipulates you is via environment. So when you surround yourself with other people that are drifters, other people that are drinking, smoking, doing drugs, other people that are given in to lustful desires of the flesh, etc., you're going to be a byproduct of those guys. So if you heard the saying that you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with, that's completely the same in terms of the drifters. If you hang around with drifters, you're going to be a drifter. If you hang around with non-drifters, you're going to be fucking on the ball, making money, doing this, doing that, bam, 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 an absolute fucking animal. So you have to go with people that are on the ball, disciplined, have control of their natural desires, are doing this, doing that, elevating and progressing themselves, because iron sharpens iron. You want to be around them type of people. If you're not, you're going to be a fucking degenerate and a fucking loser. One of the main things as well when it comes to the environment is keeping you in your comfort zone, which I've talked a lot about in previous videos, which I do believe is one of the main stunts for progression, is keeping yourself in your comfort zone. You have to be breaking that threshold every single day, every single month, every single year. Anything, whether or not it's talking to this girl, getting up to a girl you never spoke to before, breaking that threshold, boom, stepping out your comfort zone. Whether or not it's approaching a new client via cold outreach or making a cold call, you've got to push through that threshold. Whether or not it's standing up for yourself or you don't stand up for yourself and saying no to something, you've got to push past that threshold. You have to be pushing past that threshold and getting out of the comfort zone. Right, so there's a few things I went over today in regards to how the devil is able to infiltrate your brain and get him to manipulate yourself and become a drifter. You already know from this video yourself, you should be a non-drifter. Don't be a drifter. Don't be a fucking degenerate. Don't let the devil control you with lustful acts. Don't let him control you with your environment. Don't let him control you with your time and procrastination. Make sure you're on the ball. As I said, like, comment, and subscribe to the video. And as well as that, put in the comments what you've noticed in your own life where you believe the devil was infiltrating your life itself, and how he's trying to get you to sway off your path and give into degenerate behaviors. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. We'll get another video uploaded soon. Take care.